Welcome to Buzz Ledger. Today, we are taking a look at the Traverse City stabbings. If you liked the video, do not forget to support the team by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. The Blade in the Crowd: A History of Public Stabbings in the United States. The fluorescent lights of the Walmart Supercenter in Traverse City, Michigan, cast a familiar, sterile glow over the aisles on the afternoon of Saturday, July 26, 2025. It was a scene of quintessential American weekend life. Families stocking up on groceries, tourists grabbing supplies in the popular vacation town, and employees in their blue vests going about their routines. Traverse City, a picturesque destination on the coast of Lake Michigan, is known for its cherry festival, wineries, and lighthouses, a place where the rhythm of life is typically measured by seasons, not sirens. At approximately 4:45 p.m., that rhythm was shattered. A 42-year-old man, a Michigan resident, entered the store and, without any apparent warning or provocation, began a rampage. Armed with a folding knife, a common tool transformed into a weapon of mass harm, he moved from the checkout area through the store, including the pharmacy section, stabbing people at random. Eyewitness Julia Martell told the New York Times she heard screaming and saw a man with a knife shoving and stabbing people, leaving blood everywhere. The chaos spilled from the store into the parking lot. Witness Stephen Carter saw the attacker cut a woman's throat before being surrounded by a group of 5 or 6 shoppers, one of whom held a gun. They yelled at the man to drop his weapon, but he responded with a chilling indifference. "I don't care! I don't care!" Before law enforcement could arrive, citizens had tackled and subdued the suspect, a testament to civilian bravery in the face of incomprehensible violence. A Grand Traverse County Sheriff's deputy arrived within 3 minutes of the first call and took the man into custody. In the immediate aftermath, the scale of the horror became clear. 11 people, 6 men and 5 women, were rushed to Munson Medical Center, the region's largest hospital. The hospital declared a Level 2 mass casualty incident as it worked to treat the victims, 6 of whom were initially listed in critical condition. For the community, the attack was a profound shock. "This is something you see out of the movies," one witness, Tiffany DeFell, told the Associated Press. "It's not what you expect to see where you're living." Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer echoed the sentiment, calling it a brutal act of violence that left the community reeling. The Traverse City stabbing, in its brutal simplicity and seeming randomness, forces a confrontation with a specific type of American violence. In a nation where mass casualty events are overwhelmingly associated with the sound of gunfire, this attack was terrifyingly quiet, intimate, and executed with a weapon found in millions of pockets and kitchens across the country. It raises a fundamental and unsettling question. In a nation of guns, what is the story of the blade? While statistically rare, the public mass stabbing occupies a unique and disturbing space in the landscape of American crime. To understand the events of that Saturday in Michigan, one must examine the history, psychology, and societal response to this distinct form of violence, an anomaly that reveals as much about the attacks that happen as it does about the ones that do not. An examination of national crime data reveals that while knives are a persistent feature of violent crime, they are statistically overshadowed by firearms, particularly in the context of lethal violence. Data from the FBI's Uniform Crime Reporting (UCR) program provides the most authoritative look at homicides. A review of this data from 2015 to 2019 shows a consistent and dramatic disparity. In 2019, for example, of the 13,927 homicides for which weapon data was available, 10,258, or 73.7%, involved a firearm. In stark contrast, 1,476 homicides, 10.6%, were committed with knives or other cutting instruments. This pattern holds true across the years, cementing the firearm as the predominant weapon of lethal violence in the United States. These statistics reveal a core paradox. In the United States, knives and cutting instruments are universally accessible. Unlike firearms, they require no background check, no waiting period, and no license to purchase. They are present in virtually every home and business for culinary, utilitarian, or professional purposes. Yet, despite this ubiquity, they are not the weapon of choice for individuals intent on committing mass violence. This reality points away from simple weapon availability as the sole determinant of an attacker's methods. The decision to perpetrate a mass casualty attack in the U.S. appears to be filtered through a cultural and psychological lens that overwhelmingly favors the firearm. Guns offer distance, perceived efficiency, and a powerful, destructive symbolism that has become deeply embedded in the script of American mass violence. Therefore, the mass stabber is an outlier. Their choice of weapon, or lack of a firearm, is a deviation from the norm that may signal a different psychological pathway, a greater degree of impulsivity, or a distinct set of motivations. In a country with more guns than people, the individual who chooses a blade to inflict mass harm is an anomaly. This anomaly is on the rise. On the morning of April 9, 2014, the bustling main hallway of Franklin Regional High School in Murraysville, Pennsylvania, became a scene of chaos and terror. Just before classes began, 16-year-old sophomore Alex Ribel, armed with two 8-inch kitchen knives he had brought from home, began a rampage, slashing and stabbing his way through the crowd of students. In a matter of minutes, he injured 21 students and a school security guard before being tackled by an assistant principal. The perpetrator, Alex Ribel, was described by classmates as quiet, shy, and largely friendless. His motive, as it emerged, was not a specific grievance against his victims, but a profound and generalized dissatisfaction with his school and with society at large. Investigations revealed a deeply troubled young man who had experienced depression and suicidal thoughts since the 5th grade. Most chillingly, Ribel was directly inspired by the 1999 Columbine High School massacre. He identified with perpetrators Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold and had originally planned his attack for April 20th, the 15th anniversary of their rampage, but changed the date for reasons that remain unclear. This connection highlights the toxic, enduring influence of prior mass casualty events, which can provide a script for subsequent attackers. A note found in his locker, dated April 6th, entitled Ragnarok, a reference to the Norse myth of apocalyptic destruction, laid bare his nihilistic mindset. He wrote, "I can't wait to see the priceless and helpless looks on the faces of the students of one of the best schools in Pennsylvania realize their precious lives are going to be taken by the only one among them that isn't a plebeian." One more recent incident is the October 6, 2022 Las Vegas Strip NV stabbing. A 32-year-old man in an acute mental health crisis killed 2 and injured 6 in a random spree after perceiving he was being mocked by street performers. The attack was an explosive reaction to humiliation. On March 27, 2024 in Rockford, Illinois, a 22-year-old killed 4 and injured 7 in a chaotic, multi-location rampage using a knife, bat, and vehicle. The attack began after he claimed drug-induced paranoia at a friend's house. The mass stabbing at the Traverse City Walmart, like the violent sprees that preceded it in Rockford, Las Vegas, and Murraysville, serves as a brutal reminder that the potential for mass violence is not confined to the firearm. A synthesis of the historical record, criminological data, and psychological research reveals that mass stabbings, while a statistically minor component of American violence, are a distinct phenomenon, but are often driven by different motivations and perpetrated by individuals following a different psychological script. Their unique horror lies in their intimacy and in the way they transform an everyday object into a tool of mass harm. This compels a reassessment of public safety protocols, legal frameworks, and, most importantly, preventative health strategies. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, do not forget to support the team by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. See you on next video.